Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Kansas City World Open presented to you by BizFed and USA Bocce. We are live on Court 5 with the USA Charlie Fleisch and Australia's Daniel Marcel. It, it should be a great match between these two. Charlie is a longtime veteran of USA Bocce and Bocce, international bocce in general. And Daniel has been playing well over between pairs and individually. So I'm looking forward to seeing the match. Daniel has the jack first and he's served. And I'm joined for color commentary by Troy Berry. Introduce yourself, Troy.
Hi, my name is Troy Berry. I am a former, well, I'm a current BC1 on the U.S. international team. Unfortunately, I injured myself yesterday in competition, so much so that I could not continue. But a little bit about Charlie Fleisch's career. He actually beat Austin Hansen in our 2017 Nationals.
I believe that happened in Paris, correct?
Yes.
So, getting ready for the serve by Daniel here. Right over the V. Pretty consistent spot for Daniel over the last couple days.
So what the assistant's doing now, since they are BC3s, they have to have the ball prepared for them.
Correct. And great follow by Daniel.
Now let's see what Charlie can do with his follow-up shot.
Troy, what do you think Charlie's follow-up shot will be in this situation?
Well, he needs to at least limit the space around the jack ball,
Okay.
because if he limits the space, he will limit how many points are scored.
Okay. That's definitely a possibility. So you're saying play defense in this situation, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
at least to set up the shot.
Just missed by Charlie.
But that was a good shot, though, if he could have um, kept the roll. I mean,
Definitely. I think he was going for a knockaway. We'll see what the next follow-up shot is for Charlie.
that's good because um he shortened his ramp a little bit to give him kind of on the BC1 BC2 team. Um,
You call that having a bank ball, right?
yeah, or negative space, just like that.
Yes. Well done by Charlie. Way to execute there.
he's at least making the referee measure.
It's always a good sign.
And that's what that drill is designed to do. Now let's see what this Aussie's follow-up shot is.
Great shot to push ball away. Red's definitely closer.
And they usually have, some rampers have harder balls, just for that situation. I know in the BC1, BC2 team, we have a mixture of hardness and
Okay, you put a back ball there. So if he wants to move that jack, he can move it back into
Yeah.
the blue, right?
yeah.
So, Troy, your first international competition, right?
Yeah.
Independent of the injury, of course, which we
Yeah.
know you'll be back stronger than ever, sooner than we think, right?
Oh yeah.
What is the experience here competing internationally? What are some of these athletes going through right now?
Well, they're going through a lot of stress because for some of these athletes it's a new quadrennium. So some of these newer athletes are getting their first exposure to this type of play. That was a good shot by Howie there. I mean, Charlie. Sorry.
Definitely a great shot by Charlie there. Give him something to work with there. And still has a clean line at the jack. But fortunately, he's out of balls.
I know. That's the breaks of this game is you only get like 6 balls to play with. And if you throw the jack, one of your balls is already wasted. So you don't if you have a situation arise like Charlie just Charlie just did, you can't really use it to your advantage.
That's the importance of hitting that first ball, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like for me, if I don't hit first ball as a BC1, I'm definitely behind the 8 ball.
Right. Great shot there by Daniel. I think there's a push in there that he's setting up for.
It looks like to me he's setting up. Of course, I don't know how many points there are because the referee hasn't good ball right there. Um, so what do you? I mean, what do you think Charlie needs to do next in on his jack?
Well, right now he just has to hope that he can. Right now he limited Daniel to one or two maybe, and just play his game at that point. We'll definitely talk about the second inning when it arises. Um, at this point in time, he's in wait mode, processing information probably right now, right? And at this point, you're in the point of waiting and hoping that you don't give up more than maybe two,
Yeah.
so that you can come back and make something happen.
Y-
Great shot there by Daniel to knock ball away. Right now he's looking at probably two.
So what Daniel is doing right now is he's coming out to look at what we like to call the head or the balls around the jack to see what he wants to do with his next balls.
Definitely probably looking at a push-up situation or a knock away to see if he can find a way to get that third point. Because right now it looks like you might have two.
Is it the same way when you say push up or knock away? Is it the same way that
Well, push-up in this situation would be to push the ball closer to the jack. A knock away is to push one of the blue balls away, right?
yeah.
So it's the same action, but used for two different purposes. If that makes sense.
So
He has 30 seconds to go. Gets adjusted. Great shot there to take one around the back.
nice shot there by. I don't know about how.
By Daniel to go around the back there.
And I was.
Ends finished. 3 points red. You found a way to get that third point in, right?
Yeah.
So,
And I
Got-
was.
go ahead.
I was talking to the I was talking to the Aussie physios and coaches the other day, and Daniel right here. This is kind of old school meets new school.
Right. In our minute break, I would like to encourage you to go to our YouTube, get into the chats, comment, let us know what you're thinking about the coverage, as well as you can go into the outside courts and see a couple of outside matches going on.
And
Also go to USA Bocce and USABocce.org, BizFed.com for more information about bocce and more information about the Kansas City World Open.
And I would like to give a shout out to my friends at Imagine That Kansas City who are watching my first broadcast back at work. I'm doing fine. It's just a pulled muscle. I'm hoping to be back on the bocce court soon.
Charlie's lining up for.
Is that a long jack that he's lining up for?
We'll see in a second. Looks like it. Definitely put an extension on. Looks like he's going long corner.
So
We'll see.
what Charlie's assistant is doing now, he's sweeping the ramp.
Right, which now he only has to do before the jack, correct?
Yes. So what's in the chat, Mark?
Not sure, not able to see what's going on in the YouTube world right now, but I think Kyle can pull that up for us. It's quiet. Um, People are so intense on this match right here, they don't even want to type. So what's going on?
So what Charlie just did is he played a very very long, what we call very long, um, a very long jack.
It's about 6.5 meters out, which is mid court.
Yeah.
Came up short, which Charlie definitely didn't want to do.
Again,
David's coming to look at it to see what kind of angle he has.
and something I'm noticing on Daniel's chair is depending on where the target ball is, um, he's got that clipboard on his chair to tell him what shot to play. I mean, that's something that I just started doing.
Right, so taking your information from practice and bringing it right to you from the court to the court, right?
Yeah, it used to not be legal. But I guess in Europe, it's legal.
I haven't been around long enough to know if it's always been illegal. I've seen several people do something similar. But that was a great shot by.
So what Daniel did basically, as he was trying to knock the target ball back with a really long shot, but he kind of helped Charlie in this situation.
I think that just means he's going to go for a knockaway here. Charlie's ball, which is still good work for Charlie, making him waste 2 balls. But
So Charlie's definitely not out of this match, is he?
not at all. Great shot by Daniel to score the point. Gave himself some space there so they could see the jack. Charlie probably looking at a knockaway situation here with that red ball. Being down 3-0, probably has to try to make something happen here, right?
Yeah. Because what you don't want to do, and what I saw in an earlier match is you don't want to give these international players openings. Because if you give them openings, they will attack, or in the international world, pounce.
Charlie came up just short. Wonder if he's playing defense or if that's exactly not where he wanted it.
I think he's playing defense because he's put 2 balls basically in the same spot. So, what could Daniel be thinking right now?
Daniel's just probably relaxed right now and just trying to figure out what, what his next shot is once the balls are played. Charlie's thinking at this point looks like concede the point and not give up anymore.
I don't know with what he's actually lining up for, though.
Might be trying to knock. Okay,
Okay.
went for something a little bit more risky. Try to create something for yourself.
Or as we like to call it in the business, now for something completely different.
Hey, can't keep doing the same thing expecting a different result, right? So now he's going for it. I was, now I see exactly what Charlie was doing there. He was setting up his defense in order. Then at the end was going to go for a couple shots to see if he could score, which is definitely playing opposite, right? So
Ooh, that's a good ball.
great ball by Charlie there.
I wish you guys were here because the looks like it's one. Looks right now he's asking for the
Daniel's probably asking for the score right now.
asking for the score, and I see a ramp extension. Um, I see a ramp extension on the ramp. So BC3s are basically the more limited version of what I am as a BC1.
Great shot by Daniel there. Yeah, that's pretty much how that works. But their accuracy and their ability to communicate to me is amazing.
Yeah, I know. Some of the some of these some of these some of these rampers don't even speak, but they're so good with the bocce ball in their hand, they can speak clearly.
Yeah, their ability to communicate amazes me. Great shot there by Daniel.
Ooh,
Way to push his ball in there. Strategy coming to fruition.
I couldn't see the ref there, but
I
I think
believe it was one red, maybe two.
one definitely, maybe two. But he's up three, so he doesn't necessarily need a measurement. But we'll talk about that if that ever comes up.
I think the time is more of a factor than him
Yeah.
not. Um, he wants to get those balls off. So
Oh,
great call.
um,
The
uh,
the ability to throw off there.
can I explain that new rule?
Go for it.
So
2 points red.
back back in was it 20 what
Probably the start of last quadrennium, 2013.
The start of last quadrennium, if you have the points and you don't want to risk it, you can just say, I'm done. And that's what he did there. Which was a good decision by him. Because if you would have thrown that last ball would... Something good just happened on another court there, Mark.
Believe so too. Looks like definitely Argentina's over there, and maybe not sure who the other team in red is over there, but I can see the Argentinian flag.
Another.
Court 2.
And what court is that, Mark?
Court 2.
No, what? There's another ramp. Next 1 minute.
Right.
So what Daniel's doing here in the international game, it is vital to play to your side and follow up. Because if you don't play to a side, you will more than likely get beat.
Daniel comes out to look.
And then
This is really interesting. Most people don't come out to look at their jack, but
and then look, if you can zoom in on the players, he'll look at his clipboard because he's got notches on that ramp that tells him if he needs an extension or not. Nice shot there by Daniel.
nice shot there by Daniel. Left to the side. Leaves Charlie an opening there, though.
Because if he can put another one of his balls on, the other side there,
That's a possibility. I'm thinking he has a straight on shot at the jack here. Has a chance to put it directly on in front of Daniel.
yeah. And as you're seeing, unlike the BC1, BC2 assistants that are facing forward to the court, the the BC3 assistants are facing the athlete. And at the end of the end, they will be told that they can turn and look. Charlie went for a knockaway, as they say in baseball, just a bit outside. I'm taking over for a minute because obviously Mark's on his phone. But
Way to call me out around the world here.
sorry about that. Well, they heard. Never mind.
I should have just said cough. But you know what? Ladies and gentlemen, that's the classic Troy Berry right there. Great. Good idea by Charlie here to try to knock the ball away. Let's see. Let's see. It looks like he's going to do it at least one more time here.
But he's only got, with that ball being out,
He's got 4 balls to work with.
yeah. But if he doesn't set up defense, or if he doesn't stick it, he leaves it open.
I think his plan here is to probably go for it and then defend after. You have 3 balls to defend with here, so there's also an opportunity for him to knock that ball back into that blue there with that extension if he can hit it dead on.
Oh.
He's really going after that red ball. Let's see if he makes the adjustment. Yeah.
Do you know his record though?
Charlie's been playing for so long.
I mean,
As far as
no, for the tournament.
that's something we can look up here at the minute break.
As we're waiting on a shot, I'm just looking up some of the other matches we've got going on. We've got at where did I? At 17:15, we have one of the greatest BC3 in the world from Great Britain, Jamie Michel. So stay tuned for that one. But back to live action. Back to what Charlie did. Back to what Charlie did. Can you zoom in on the balls? Is he basically, if Daniel knocks knocks the jack back, he'll have 3 balls there that'll possibly score him 3 points.
Great job by Daniel of playing the space, right? Playing the circle. Daniel has a legitimate shot for 6 here. If he doesn't, if he puts the ball where he's supposed to.
Can you talk a little bit about the different types of bocce balls that,
There's
that that there are in play? Because
there's several different types, as you see. There's the leathers are somewhat different. You have some that are suede, some that are more real leather, and some that are synthetic, used for different purposes.
so what does that do to from a shot to shot basis?
Depending on the leather, it can make the ball run a little bit more. If it's slicker, it might run a little bit more. If it's a little bit more tackier, it helps the ball stick. The key to balls, either firmness or material, is knowing which one to do with each shot. Right now, Daniel knows exactly what he wants to do. It's like he has a tracking device to the jack right now.
It's like
He's got a tracking device right now. He's playing this perfectly.
as we like to call it on Team USA, rack 'em and stack 'em, baby.
Exactly. Where we are right now, that's why pool play is so important.
Yeah.
When you get these opportunities,
Yeah.
you have to take advantage of them.
If it's wide open, it's like what we like to call kiss that jack, baby. Can you explain a little bit about kissing jack?
Kissing jack usually means touching the jack. The key to kissing is also direction of the jack, right? So
Yeah.
a lot of times you want to block out your opponent with the kiss as well. Right now the issue that the advantage that Daniel has right now is he just has wide open space to gather his balls together around the jack there. Right now he's looking at 5 for sure. This might be 6, and it is. 6-point end. Those are tough to recover from.
As we like to call hearing from the angels.
We're not hearing from them quite yet, but Charlie has the ability to respond here and put some points on the board. And I believe he will before it's all said and done.
Because points in pool play,
Right.
points in pool play are very vital at these international competitions. You're not always gonna win. The goal is to win every match. When you're sitting in the call-up room and call-up room is usually 45 minutes for team and pairs and 30 minutes for individual. Looks like one of our other
Seems like you lost that train of thought, Troy, and that's okay. It happens, right?
well, yeah. Well, I was just looking at court 4 over there. We've also got Austin Hansen on court, who is another one of our BC3s.
Looks like he's up 3-1 right now.
Yeah.
Great camera work, White Kyle. Good job. What do you do in this situation if down 11-0? What's your thought process?
You just funny you should ask. Because I was down 9-0 when my medical timeout happened. that basically removed me from the tournament. But down 11-0, you're just trying to play defense and not giving up any more points. And you take a look at the tactics, and tactics are like strategy. Ooh. Good idea by Charlie here, going long into the line. Now let's see if we can keep him in. I mean, if he can keep him in.
Definitely. Definitely cuts off the angle going by the sideline there. It's a great play by Charlie. Just try to pick up some points here.
Because shortly before my medical timeout, and how I knew my arm was basically dead, is I played that exact same jack ball on that exact same end. I mean, not on the exact same end, but I would have been done anyway. Can you?
Great follow-up by Charlie there. Way to come back. At least try to keep yourself.
But he still left a little bit of space, though. But it's in the court, though. That's the thing.
Right now, at this point,
I would say at least put a ball on the cross, and the cross is the thing in the middle of the court.
I mean, I think you'll do that if balls start to get a little bit more clustered on that sideline, right?
Yeah.
Right now, I don't think you want to waste one ball putting it on the cross and then the ball doesn't get knocked out. I think if you go 2-3 balls in and you start to see things getting moved around a little bit, you might be like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put one on the cross.
Yeah. We've got a bunch of U.S. players playing right now in BC3. We have the entire BC3 pair playing right now. Just exactly what Daniel just did. Now, can you zoom in on the target ball, please? So, what just happened was the target ball went out. So now it's... Is it still Daniel's turn? Who's closer in this situation?
Definitely Charlie.
So now this changes the entire game. The entire game just changed like that. Because now you're just playing for that. And how far is the cross from the throwing boxes?
5 meters.
So now it's a 5-meter game. Unless Charlie proves me wrong here.
I mean, there's definitely opportunities for knockaways here. Basically, their point, and how I like to look at this is you restarted the game and you're playing in overtime, right?
Yeah.
So that's the exact overtime spot. So
it's basically tied.
You're playing overtime strategy at this point.
And that's what Charlie needs to think. Charlie needs to think 0-0.
Right.
Because if he doesn't think 0-0,
You're trying to win the end here.
It's all about like we say on the BC1, BC2 team. It's all about the mental preparation.
Right. It's basically you're trying to win the end here, right? You definitely want to win the end. If you win enough ends when you put together, you'll probably win a game. But you want to win the end.
It's an end first, then a game.
Yep. You want to win the end first. It's a slow build. In this case for Charlie, just making sure he focuses on this end, this shot.
And for the viewers at home, if you look at the scoreboard on the upper left part of the screen, I think, or is that upper right?
You're good. Upper right.
Upper
left. We were right the first time.
The upper left part of the screen. It's a little counting lesson for viewers at home. Because every time someone plays the ball, there's a little dot that gets filled in. And when those 6 dots get filled in, because in bocce you only get
6 balls.
6 balls plus a jack.
Charlie comes up a little short there.
1 minute.
Has a minute to go.
And for a BC1, BC2 thrower, when you have a minute to go, you just start chucking.
No. It depends on the player. I always say it's better to get a quality shot than to get all your balls out there, right? You want to make sure you put the best shot out there, you out the game. That's where Charlie is right now.
Yeah.
You want to get as many of those out as you can.
So he's got 3 out there now?
3 plus the one that went out of bounds. Great shot by Charlie. Can he get one more in?
Yep.
Had him ready to go. Charlie had him locked and loaded and ready to go and got rid of all 6 in a seemed like a 30-second span and might have scored the point there.
I do not know how he did that. I'm not trying to jump up or anything because I have a hurt shoulder, but I do not know how he did that. I mean, I'm looking at the screen, and I'm like, so Mary Hodge, if you're watching,
well done in practice, fellas, because that I've never seen that before, ever. Daniel's ready to go here, probably looking at a knockaway.
oh, he's still got 4 balls left. No,
Yeah, 4 balls left. You're correct.
4 balls left.
Yeah, definitely. Looking at knockaway here.
Ooh.
Great shot there by Daniel to create some space.
But I still think
Charlie's definitely closer still, but
Charlie's got the point here.
you can see the plan, right?
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the rookies on while we're waiting? Since this is the 4th inning, do you want to talk about the rookies on Team USA real quick?
Well, since Troy's searching for a plug here, rookies include Troy Berry as well as Patrick Parks. Played extremely well over the last couple of days. We're really excited about how they're going to go into the future. Right now, Daniel's looking at a situation of being able to create some space and score a couple more points here. as we talked about in previous games, point differential is so
That's
important.
one of our drills, right, Mark?
Yes, it definitely is.
Like the negative space drill.
Definitely, it's one of our drills.
Um,
And thing is now it's not only about negative space. It's about his ability to create opportunities for himself here. Knocks Charlie's ball off there, and has two right now.
so in international play, I don't know if you can actually talk about this on air. With being CP athletes, we have regular meds that we can take.
Well, definitely there's definitely with all Paralympic sports there's um, medications and stuff, but right now it's just you have to be cognizant of what's going on, right? So at this point in time, um, we're looking at a situation in the match of Daniel trying to end this matchup the correct way.
Yeah,
Um,
because what Charlie did,
Charlie did something amazing there. That's 3 points right now for Daniel.
um, is he
3 points red.
3 points red there,
Charlie. Yeah. And the finish,
and it's finished.
3 points red. So final score is 14-0. You can come on court, pick up the ball.
14-0 by Daniel. Well played by both men. But that 6 point in hurt Charlie a great deal there.
um, and it always does because like like you always tell me, um, you never leave it open
Never leave it open.
ever.
I mean, but great job by both men. Daniel's been playing well all tournament long, and he continues it today. We're looking at a situation where our BC3, when we get out of pool here, these are going to be some highly contested matches. So I'm looking forward to later on in the week, once we get out of pool and see how everything shakes
I'm
out.
looking forward to tomorrow because if Daniel plays Jamie later in bracket, it could be a good match.
Definitely. Well, thanks, Troy, for joining us for Color. Appreciate it. Did an awesome job. Live from BC, live from KC, Bocce World Open. Next match coming up is Omar Hayward and Daniel Perez. I'm sorry, 12:45. Boris, Nicole, and Stephen McGuire from Great Britain. BC4 match, pool play. Looking forward to seeing that. And thanks again to our sponsors. Go to YouTube. Go to USA Bocce.
And support USA Bocce, by the way, because we are athletes from all around the country that just mingle at a national, make friends, and then we get good, but we have no real money to go anywhere.
Definitely support USA Bocce. The standpoint of as us as a whole, support our athletes.
Yeah.
But definitely go to BizFed, learn more about the sport as well as go to USA Bocce. Look forward to seeing you here at 12:45 for our next match, BC4s.
And what time? What time is it now, dude?
About 12 o'clock, 12:15, 12:30. So see you in about 15 minutes. or I might not because I'm going to go get some lunch. Look forward to seeing you guys then. Talk to you later. Bye.
Or we